Talk Real Estate with Sharon McNamara, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, and you are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. Let me share a little bit about my background before we get started. I am the broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate, a boutique real estate firm that is home to over 30 real estate sales and marketing consultants who service home buyers and home sellers throughout Boston, the South Shore, the South Coast, and Cape Cod. Our firm takes pride in assisting our clients in the next chapter of their lives by taking a holistic approach to their real estate endeavors. We believe that every move should be a moving experience. Every week, my real estate team member Mary Baker and I, along with the director of Boston Connect Real Estate, Melissa Wallace, provide you with our unique marketing approach to selling homes and share with you our expertise in navigating the home buying process. We like to mix it up sometimes, so not only will you hear our perspective on real estate topics, but you will hear the expert thoughts and opinions of some of our real estate agents at Boston Connect Real Estate and the preferred professionals that we trust. Be part of our roundtable. If you have any questions during the show, please call 781-837-4900. We'd love to talk real estate. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you listen to podcasts at Talk Real Estate Roundtable. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate.
And hello to all my South Shore neighbors. My name is Melissa Wallace, and I am one of the co-hosts of Talk Real Estate Roundtable. And I am joined live in studio with the one and only Tracy Grady.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, South Shore. Oh, love the applause.
All of our fans listening. As my mother would say this morning, Tracy Grady of the Grady team, LOL. Yeah. My mom texts me every Tuesday morning, or usually Tuesday afternoon and Saturday morning, just to say, radio, ? And that's her asking, is the radio show live? Are you doing the radio show? Are you hosting with anybody else? What's happening?
Who's going to be there?
Who's going to be there? So whenever I say, oh, Tracy Grady or Kristen Howlett, she's always like, yippee. But today she was like, Tracy Grady of the Grady team?
Tracy Grady of the Grady team. The other half.
The other half.
The better half is home.
The better half is home. Yeah, he's not feeling well, huh?
No, not feeling great. No, a little into the weather these days.
Yeah, I was not feeling well. Did I tell you I went to the doctors finally?
No.
Did I tell you that I was in pain?
No.
I've been in pain since before Vegas, so everyone knows I went to Vegas in, what is it, May? May? Beginning of May. Yeah, so I've been in pain ever since, whatever. But I guess I have kidney stones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had that.
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked. They put me on some medication, and I feel totally fine now. Oh. You're only supposed to take it for 5 days.
Oh. So do they just go away?
I think it helps them, move along. Move along.
Get out.
Yeah. But no, I've been in so much pain.
Oh.
And I'm the first to admit, I'm 32 years old. I don't know who my primary care is. I know the building. I know I could go there. I know I could call there. I did try calling. Was on hold for an hour, especially right now with everything going on. I'm just you know what? Yeah. I'm just going to go. I went to Convenient MD.
Oh?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
In Pembroke.
The big one.
The big one. Yeah.
The big one.
I had only gone there before, during COVID to get tested. But I went in there. I wasn't even there 45 minutes.
It was great. Very impressed with healthcare. I've done the other one, urgent care as well.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. That's when they told me, oh, you have the flu. That's when they told me, oh, you have strep and whatever.
I went there with poison ivy.
Oh, no.
I was covered head to toe. I've
never had poison ivy. I'm so scared of it, though.
Poison ivy. And this was the first time. And my legs looked like I had been whipped with poison ivy because I was just ripping it out, not knowing it was poison ivy at the time. So my arms, my legs, I had to go on 60 milligrams of prednisone to get it. Oh, yeah, and wean it down. It was horrible. Anybody who has...
I'll be honest, I don't understand milligrams. So I was like, oh, no.
Okay, so a high prednisone sometimes is like a 10. So when you're on 60, you're like...
well, crazy. I remember, I know we're not even talking about real estate, but I remember when my papa was alive, him and I were on the same medication for migraines, and he was on 20 milligrams, and I was on 120 milligrams, and he was a big guy, and... at the time, I was a little girl. I was littler than now, but it was probably 10 years ago, maybe 10 plus years ago, and I remember being like, whoa, I feel like maybe I might be on too much. Like, what's happening here? Yeah.
No.
So I don't understand medicine. I don't understand medicine.
Shout out to urgent care.
Shout out to urgent care.
I find it very
the woman.
to use
The woman that I met with, she was very kind and just understanding. Because I was like, listen, I've been in pain for almost 2 months and I have not done anything about it. Like I'll admit that. And she's like, it's probably not the worst thing I've heard all day. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I think.
Super kind and stuff. So and I wish I got her name, but anyways, why don't you reintroduce yourself to all of our listeners who might be tuning in for the first time or need some sort of revelation as to remember who you are and anything while I get us set up on Facebook. Okay.
You got it. So my name is Tracy Grady. I actually live in the town of Hanover. My husband and I, Jim, are the Grady team here at Boston Connect Real Estate. We've been doing real estate together for the past 8 years. We love it. We love being here at Boston Connect. You can reach me at 617-620-8484 or Jim at 617-842-4019. So that's that. You can get us. We'd like to do buyers and sellers.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I think it's 8 years.
Yeah, because I've been here for 7.
So that, and I think I started
you started before.
Just before you.
Because I never, I didn't experience the whole, you all with Sharon's team and Sharon being like, Tracy, you need to be on your own.
I lasted on Sharon's team for 3 days. And she kicked
so that
me
was
off,
before me.
Are you kicking me off?
Are you kicking me off?
Your team?
I like how we both just did that. Are you kicking me off?
I'm like,
I didn't get to experience that. But yeah, I hear the story and I laugh because I'm like, you are so good. You and Jim are the dream team over there.
Sue Bollinger was my mentor here when we first started, and we had a program that we had to go through. She's like, look, you're already through your first 5 sales. We need to rush this program. I got to get you out.
We need to rush this along because you're just too good. And look at you. You're literally consistently one of our top producers. You and your husband, Jim, it just...
We just love, and we love what we do. We love our buyers, we love our sellers. And
they love you.
We actually usually become friends with our buyers and sellers from years ago that we still go to dinner with all the time.
Yeah, so, that's great.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, you sort of came up with this topic.
I did, because we have had a few recently, again, where we have buyers. So Jim and I tend to do a lot of listings, but we have had our fair share of buyers this year. And it's been a really tough market for the buyers.
Yeah. You think?
Well, gosh,
we were just talking about this with my own personal journey here.
Well, we got to go down that road too, because that's a good one too.
Yeah.
So we've been out with our buyers, and you kind of walk into these. And obviously, your buyer has a price point, and they want to look at a certain range. Let's just say my buyers right now that I have, that we love working with, Maggie and Matt. Are somewhere between 529 and 550, 560, 570. So you walk into these houses and you walk through the door and you're like, this is at 529. There's no way this house is going to go for 529. Yeah. You just know it's not. You walk in, it's in great condition, it's in a good location, and you're like, this is not a 529 house. This is a 550. So now my buyers are thinking, I want to offer a little over ask. I'm like, but now you need to offer over what you think it's worth, which is not 529. So technically, maybe we shouldn't even be looking at this house because it's going to go for 560, 570. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So, you can just tell as you walk through the door, you're like, there is no way this Pottery Barn house is going to go for 529. So should have been a little high.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that it's not just this market. You never know what something is going to go for. Someone can come in and emotionally purchase a house, and you just don't know. Or everyone is sort of on the same wavelength of being like, okay, this is the value of the house. This is what I'm going to offer. Yep. So, I mean, how many times as a listing agent you've gotten multiple offers where they're sort of all very similar?
Yes.
And then someone comes in and they're like, and blows them all out of the water. And they're like,
Or
these were all very good offers, very reasonable. Yeah, because you might not even get to that point. You might just have to take the first one.
You get the bully offers, which, somebody's coming in, they're offering right out of the gate, before you even have an open house, right out of the gate, they're offering you over ask. And you're like, well, do we wait and go through the open house and hope that somebody comes along that's going to pay more or equal to what we already have on the table? Or do you just, take the money and run type situation? But it's so hard. I know how it feels because then I get phone calls from agents whose buyers were coming to the open house. And it's like, it's already under agreement. Why didn't you wait till? I'm like, well, bird in the hand. I don't want to risk my seller losing. But I do feel bad for the buyers who were trying to get into these homes to see. Sometimes we don't even get a chance to get into the house.
Yeah.
It's done. It's gone. Sorry. It's already gone. It's off the market. Sorry, gone.
Yeah. And even like for me in my personal experience, like, and I've said this before on the show, I'm not looking at the top of my budget. Like, I'm trying to be reasonable within my own mind because I know what my budget is monthly after the fact. Yeah. And I'm constantly having the conversation with Jasmine about that and just being like, where should I be looking? Because, like, I don't want to be past this. And she'll tell me. Yep. But with that, it's like, I'm not looking, like, say my budget's $400,000. I'm not looking at $389. Yeah, even $389 or $379. Like, I'm not even looking at that because I got beat out by over $50,000 for a house a couple months ago, and I'm like, because someone came in and blew everybody out of the water, and just being like, my offer wasn't even in for a half hour, and the listing agent calls me and was like, yeah, it's gonna go way over that. And I'm like, what?
And when cash comes walking through the door, that just puts another whole spin on it. So yep. Cash in hand. Waive home inspection, which I do not encourage.
I just wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't encourage my buyers to do it either. But they have kind of almost come to the point now where it's like that's going to make the difference between getting a home and not getting a home.
Yeah. So. I'm sorry. I just had to take my sneaker off because I have an itch at the bottom of my foot so bad. So I have one shoe on right now. It's like I said, I'm not looking at the top of my budget because I know that I need some cushion. Yeah. I need a little bit of cushion because if I do
in that price range, you're going to need a little money in the bank to update something.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a good and bad thing that I'm sort of in the industry because it's a bad thing because I don't want to overpay for something because I know it's gonna happen, and B, it's a good thing because I can be like, okay, like, if I do go over and emotionally purchase something, I know that it's going to be something that I love, and I'm like, I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Yep. As long as you and that's the other thing in what I say to our buyers. It's like, you need to tell me through your number how much you love this property and how, I don't think,
That's a good way to put it.
This is my opinion on what I think you should pay for it. But if you are absolutely in love with this property, then, you got to put your best foot forward and put all your, all your ducks in a row, so to say. And, you got to go in full-hearted and know, and then also know if you don't get it, you made the best decision at that moment. That you're not going to leave there being like, I should have offered $5,000 more. I should have.
Yeah.
You want to go in and say, I put my best foot forward. This was the most amount of money, and if I don't get it, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, in the whole grand scheme of things, is $5,000 a lot of money? Probably not compared to the price, but if you're already going over what you're comfortable to then go over another $5,000, I get that.
Yeah.
When I was putting in my offer for the Carver house that I got accepted, I did do an escalation clause, but I did an escalation clause because at the time the interest rate was really good, and the difference cheap. It was only like a $10,000 difference, but it would have been like a $20 payment like every month. So I was like, oh, well,
money was cheap then.
Yeah.
Money was
I was like,
cheap.
yeah, sure, I'll do an escalation clause $10,000 over. Yeah. And, I ended up getting it, and I didn't have to use the escalation clause, which was good.
We've been using those a lot. I've actually put those into our repertoire lately because it has helped us.
Yeah.
It helped us with one
Yeah. But the listing agent can also come back and say, no, we don't want it. Like, just, we don't want escalation clause because we've gotten so many, or we don't, we just don't want to deal with them at all. So come with your best foot forward.
I feel like everybody was doing them for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went away. People stopped doing escalation clauses. And then I, just recently kind of pulled that little rabbit out of the hat again. And everybody seemed to be okay with us. Nobody said no.
Yeah. I know someone recently who said no, so. They said, no, come back with your best offer.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with that. No, I'm good with the escalation clause because I don't want my buyer to overpay.
Yeah.
And I don't want them competing with themselves. So basically, they're competing with themselves. If you're telling me you just need for me to come forward with a number, well, I don't know what your high number is. So now I'm competing against myself as opposed to saying, look, I'll give you a full price offer, and maybe even $10,000 over, and then up $1,000 above any bona fide offer beyond.
Yeah.
But so that's a touchy one.
Yeah.
I can see where people get a little irritated.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a buyer's agent, you like it, but as a listing agent, you don't.
Still guaranteed to get the most amount of money, the top of my budget is.
Well, I think it also has to do with what are the other terms of it. So if you're expecting the property to appraise at something that you're willing to go $50,000 over asking, it might not appraise. No. And the listing agent can come back and say, you're the one, like, I told you what the market value is. Your buyers said that they want to pay $50,000 over what the market is telling them. Right. It's up to you guys to come up with the difference here.
Yeah. Oh, Yep. That becomes a battle royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fun.
Not a fun battle.
Nope, those are not my fun battles.
Not a fun battle. So, okay, so we're calling the show The Art of Accurate Home Pricing. So, the first segment that Julia has, she, literally whipped this up in, 5 minutes yesterday because she was like, Tracy finally got back to me and wanted to do that. And I was like, it's fine. We wing it. We wing it all the time, whatever.
We really are off the cuff most of the time. Anyway, we diverse into different conversations. Yeah. We can talk about anything from healthcare.
From healthcare to people being sick. Yeah. What kind of recipe you got today?
Oh, what have we done this day? I did a blueberry cobbler this week. Oh. And it was delicious.
What made you do a blueberry cobbler?
I don't know. I just saw it. TikTok is my new favorite. It's my new favorite recipe. Headquarters. Oh. The easiest recipes. And you're looking at these recipes, you're like, good God, that was so easy. I could just do that in a heartbeat. I had blueberries in the house, so I did a blueberry cobbler with vanilla ice cream, and it was delicious.
Oh. Did you try the blueberry crostata at Christina's?
No.
That was on special this week.
Oh, I did not try that this week.
Yeah.
I wasn't really there this week that much. Tuesday was a holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday was quiet. So I kind of...
Yeah.
After I left the crazy open house I was at in Marshfield.
Oh.
They needed a detail cop.
Yeah, well, someone hit you.
She didn't know that. Somebody hit my car, hit my side view
Not
mirror.
like they hit Britney Spears, but
no.
someone hit your car.
Hit my car. Going by, I'm watching him on my rear view, and I'm off the side of the road waiting for my buyers to show up, and the kid clips my side view mirror and pops it in. Thank God it didn't fall off, because I have ripped that off before, and that's cost a lot of money to put those back on. But it was the craziest open house I've been to in a while. There had to have been 70 people at this open house. And I don't even know after that point. There were cars parked all over the place, willy-nilly, all over the place, on the left, on the right. Plus the regular traffic is trying to get by. People were yelling at this poor man who was trying to help people out of the driveway. And this woman's driving by with her window down. You should have got a police detail to be here. And she's yelling at him. I'm like, he's not the listing agent. He's just trying to help people.
He's a bystander.
He's just a bystander trying to help people.
He's just like, what? I thought I was doing a good job.
I felt awful for the agent, too, because she was getting such grief from the people coming in.
Did she hold all showings to the open house?
No, she was actually taking showings. Yeah, it was just...
What was the price point?
$529. $529. It's a really nice street. So, yep. But poor her, she was like, I'm like, you wouldn't... How do you know? Sometimes nobody shows up. Sometimes 5 people show up. In this case, there were well over 50. Cars were parked at least a half a mile down the road.
That is wild.
It was crazy.
And that was during the week?
During the week on a Wednesday afternoon at 4:30.
That is wild.
Yeah, she was like, she could just tell that she was like.
Well, I wonder if
"I'm
people
so
were
sorry."
around. I mean, it's Marshfield, so I wonder if people were around for the holiday weekend, and they were still there on Wednesday.
Yep, saw the listing and
Yeah.
thought, oh, beach, Marshfield, we should look at it. Maybe it's a beach house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I feel like 4th of July weekend or like any like really beach
Memorial Day.
beach weekend is a good time to put on those sort of houses because people are around and they're like, oh, I could get used to this lifestyle, this living. That's just me.
Probably that.
Yeah.
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you agree with me?
I do. I agree.
Nice. I love when people agree with me. Life would be so much easier for everybody if they just agreed with me.
That is so true. Yeah.
So we're talking about the art of accurate home pricing. So the first segment we have here, poor Julia, in 5 seconds, wrote, explain the role of market research, comparable sales, and professional appraisals in determining an accurate price. So do you want to take it from both as a listing agent and as a buyer's agent?
Yes. Yeah, it's really hard to switch your
How do
hats
you how do you come up with the price?
Well, and a lot of times, and lately, sellers, because they see what the market is doing, and everybody says there's no inventory out there.
Yeah.
So you do your comparable market analysis. You try to find homes that are very similar to the house you're trying to list. Find common attributes that, puts it on a busy road. Is it on a side street? 2-car garage, no car garage. So you kind of come up with a price of what you think. And then, ultimately it's up to the seller to go to them and say, this is where I think your house should be. And because everybody knows the inventory's low, they always want to try that higher number. So I feel like Jim and I, we tend to get the high. It's sometimes they're on the high side. They're definitely not on the low side.
Yeah.
So we tend to go, let's give it a shot. You don't want to, because I always feel the seller will feel like we could have gotten more.
Yeah.
Yes. And now, so you go in at the higher number and you say, look, we tried. We're not getting any offers. We're not getting any showings. Now we need to reconsider. But that's a tough sell as well. Because now you're already on the market. You lost your first 5 days, which everybody knows your first 5 days are your best 5 days.
Yeah.
Most people are going to look at it. And then it doesn't get a negative connotation because you haven't seen it. But then you got to lower the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's interesting that you said that because my mind frame would have been like, as a seller, like, if I know sort of how the market has been going and people are getting over asking, like, trying out the lower end of your scale would be you'd most likely get over asking.
Yes.
Trying out the highest end of the scale,
but you can't guarantee that.
You can't guarantee because, like, then.
So we start out at the low. What if you start out at the lower end? And then you still, you're still, you're still high. You're at the lower end of high, and you don't get any offers. So now they're already thinking in their head like, okay, so we didn't get any offers at the lower number. Now we're way lower.
Yeah.
We should have gone higher and then come down. But and it's like we don't have a crystal ball. You cannot tell.
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
No, and we had a couple of home inspections recently that it definitely threw the buyer off. So you're going in at this high number, and then you don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you go in at the higher number, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, we have an issue here. We have an issue that needs to be dealt with.
Well, we've talked about this on the show, and everybody knows I am sort of in charge of the financials here at Boston Connect Real Estate. So I'm making all the deposits for our escrow account, and there was, I don't know, maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, where I was just doing release after release after release because it was buyer's remorse. They were going way over. They were offering everything that they possibly could, or they were doing a home inspection and then nitpicking everything. And the seller was just like, well, no, I got 10 other offers. Like, bye, I'm going to the next one. And they did.
And they go to the next one.
And they go to the next one. Like, even if it's like, oh, the doorknob is loose. Oh, well, there, bye. Go to the next one. I'm not doing anything,
And you kind of say that, going in, like, well, they are accepting a lower offer, so, buyer information only for your home inspection, because more than likely, unless it's a major system problem, You know,
Yeah.
That's kind of, and that's how I go in with my buyers too, though. Like, we do not go in nitpicking. We do not go in and say,
Yeah, me neither.
There are 5 woodpecker holes in the shingles on the left side of the house.
Okay, well, woodpeckers live outside.
I don't know what you
So,
want to do.
what do you want us to do?
We put an owl up on ours.
Yeah. Put an owl up.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you, that owl does not work. Because
Do you have an owl at your pool?
we have an owl. No, we don't have an owl at the pool. It's on the side of the house where the woodpecker loves to go. But he comes back. I can stick my head out the window, and that woodpecker will stare right back at me, right, like hanging off the side of my house. I'm like, get off my house. Right?
Get
I'm
off
like,
my house.
out the screen window. Get
off my house.
And there's the owl there, turning its head, like moving. It's got like a little movement to it, so the wind blows the owl.
yeah.
That bird is not afraid of that
Yeah.
owl.
The bird is like, that is not a real owl.
No, not a real owl.
I wonder if they have like smells to them.
Yeah,
like they could smell them.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Sharon and Mark have owls at their pool because of the birds. But Mary and Tim don't have any owls at their pool.
No, ours is on the side.
I don't think we have any problems.
We haven't had really any, thank God. No,
We have like one of
not
those
live.
Frogger things.
Oh.
You know, like because we get a lot of chipmunks.
Yeah. So the Frogger helped them
and
out of the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can get them out of the pool.
Okay.
Because before that,
We got frog.
we
have a couple of frogs.
It was a graveyard back there. Yeah, we have like one of those Frogger things.
It was like the quarries. It
Yeah.
was like the quarries in Quincy.
Yeah. Oh, poor Holly, because Holly's the one who like skims the pool. She enjoys doing that, and she'd just be like, "Well, I got another chipmunk today." We're like, "No, not a chipmunk."
I got in the pool the other night. We went in for a swim late, and I went to grab a leave. It was a frog.
Oh,
It was a frog.
You grabbed a
jumped
frog?
a mile.
Tracy, move a little closer to your mic, please.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear
That's
me now?
better. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, frog in my pool. I grabbed it with my hand. I screamed like a girl, like a little girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, frogs. That's all we've had. We haven't had any chipmunks yet.
Yeah. Do you have a Frogger thing? to
No,
get them
I don't
out?
have the
Oh, you
Frogger
got to
thing.
get them out because, or else you'll be picking them up with your hands again.
No.
Yeah. So, okay, go back to how you come up with accurate pricing.
Okay, so-
do you want to do it from a listing agent or a buyer's agent
Well,
perspective?
then from the... it's so hard to say because you have 2 different hats on and you look at a house completely different
I know.
from your seller's point of view, from your buyer's point of view.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the buyers, you're trying to take them into price points that, that they can handle. That's not going to kill them as far as what their payment is going to be, as you know. So we try to go in realistically. But again, now you walk through the door and you're in their price point and you walk in and you're like, okay, there's 20 other people here.
yeah.
It's a beautiful home. This is not going to go for the price that it's on. And you just know when you walk
Yeah.
in the door. I mean, there are sometimes you walk in and you're like, oh, yeah, this could be accurate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I did see a property this week, and it had come back on the market. I had a conversation with the listing agent before to see why it did come back on the market. Cold feet. Buyer got cold feet. First-time home buyer. So I get it. But I was walking through it, and I was like, Great location. Great privacy. Like, very maintained. A lot of new updates. But I was like, the price? I was like,
yeah, you instantly walk through the door like,
I was like,
this is not priced right.
What?
Like, this?
and then I talked to Jasmine, and she told me what my monthly payment would be, and I go,
No.
no,
No.
nope.
Condos have been yeah.
I
We should say this was a condo that you looked at.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
a condo. So with the fees, it was just way out of what I'm comfortable paying just myself. So I was like, no.
Yeah,
No. I'm not looking for the Taj Mahal, but I'm also not looking. I have not been looking at condos because I really don't want a condo. So I really only looked at it because there was literally nothing else, and I haven't been looking at anything for weeks. So I looked at it, and I was
no
like,
inventory.
oh, yeah, this. I actually did like it. And I was like, wait a minute. Once I found out the monthly, I was like, no,
Like-
I don't like it that much.
Yeah, well, your
absolutely
fees,
not.
Your fees have to be worked into your monthly mortgage payment because you have to make that,
Yeah.
the HOA fee every month. And if some of them are climbing up there, there's a few out there right
Yeah.
now that are pushing $600 and $700.
Well, especially if there's assessments because, they are, maintaining the whole complex and they are updating those things,
Yeah.
which is great. However, it's not just the expense of like one unit like you would for a single family. It's the expense of an entire development.
Correct.
So,
Yeah. So you have common roofs, common outdoor areas. When patios need to be done, almost all the patios need to be done.
Everything.
Front
Yeah,
steps.
because everything needs to look the same or look similar or whatever. So, if one's getting done, they're all getting done.
Yep.
And I was like, I saw that number and I was like, oh no. Like,
And they rarely go down after they go up.
Yeah.
Rarely
I'm
do
like,
they go down.
No.
Yeah.
We did miss our 10:30 mark. Tim knows that, we just blow right through that 10:30 commercial. So we're going to skip the commercial tonight or today. Oh my God, I always think that it's night.
It's nighttime.
But it's the morning time.
Day.
But we do have Tim in studio. So give us a call, 781-837-4900 if you want to contribute to our conversation or you just want to say hi.
Just call in and say
We've
hi.
had a lot of callers recently, which is fun.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. We've had a lot of callers. I think one night we had like 3. Kristen and I did a show. Was it Kristen? Yeah, Kristen and I did a show. There was like 3 callers. Last Saturday we had some callers. Right, Tim? Hello? Tim's not even there. Tim's like,
hello? No, I'm here. Hello, I'm present. Yep.
I thought you were like,
Did you say my name?
Yeah, I thought you were like, she blew through the 10:30
No,
mark, so
no.
I'm walking away.
No, I was just asking. I'm just wondering, you want to do the break now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll do a little break.
All right.
So, again, you're listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. Give Tim a call, 781-837-4900. We will be right back.
Let's face it, we all get to the point in our lives when our current home no longer suits our everyday needs. With ever-changing living dynamics, addressing your future is all about right-sizing. Finding the right size home for you right now. Are the walls echoing because your house is feeling a little less full? Are you realizing that you have more space than you actually need? Are your storage areas filled with everybody else's cherished memories? Let us help you find the right size for you right now. I'm Sharon McNamara, the broker owner of Boston Connect Real Estate. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Let's face it, we all get to the point in our lives when our current home no longer suits our everyday needs. With ever-changing living dynamics, addressing your future is all about right-sizing. Finding the right size home for you right now. Is your current living space too small? Are you looking for more room to grow? Do you find yourself making continuous home improvements to fit your current lifestyle needs? Let us help you find the right size for you right now. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me and my team or one of the dedicated agents at Boston Connect Real Estate to discuss your real estate needs, you can connect with us at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000.
We now return to Talk Real Estate, sponsored by Boston Connect Real Estate Services on 95.9 WATD.
Hello?
I don't know why they let us
Hello,
do this show
you're on
together.
the air.
I don't know
Hello.
why they let us do this
I don't know
together.
why.
Jeez, come on.
The problem is that we take our headphones
Where is
off and
Sharon?
we have
Where
a-
is Sharon today?
Hey, we're fine.
Sharon, you got to
She's
calm
at a
down.
wedding.
No. Oh, all
She's
right.
at a wedding.
She's out of
Okay.
state.
All right, that's allowed. Okay.
I feel like everyone would just rather listen to our private conversation.
We find them fascinating.
We find them
think
fascinating.
We're funny.
We're talking about Levitate, which is happening
The
this
Levitate
week.
Festival this weekend in Marshfield.
Yeah, I've never been. Somebody actually asked me that at Christina's last weekend. The Caspers had asked me if I have ever been to Levitate, and I said no, I've never been to the festival, but I've been to the Rexicana place, which I think is
the
cool.
Cantina.
Yeah, have you been there?
I have not been there yet.
Oh,
The
I feel like
Cantina.
you'd like it.
I think I would like it.
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
pretty
try it.
cool. Like they play live music and
This band that I'm going to see tomorrow, my daughter Taylor is home from Nashville, and she works in the music industry, so she obviously gets some tickets to shows. So she has tickets, and I'm going to get a backstage pass to get to see one of Jim and I's clients that's playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
That's so cool.
So co-pilot, go ahead. Yeah, it's a great, adorable, great band. So excited. So Taylor got me a backstage pass. So I can
Has
just go
Taylor
see
ever
them.
seen them?
No. I've shared their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Haven't seen them, so.
Do you think Taylor will get up there and sing?
No, probably not. No.
But how cool is that? But Taylor knows how to sing.
I know she can sing, but no, probably not. Knowing Taylor,
We should get her up there.
she's gonna.
And by we, I mean you, because I'm not going. I don't have a ticket. But I've never been to the Levitate, but I've been to the Rexicana. I think you'd find it cool.
Yeah,
you know?
I've been meaning to try it, and then we just never think of it. Like,
they have like snack bites and stuff, and they have like a bar outside. I've had they have like a fixed menu, but of course I'm like, can you make a different margarita? Because I'm very particular about my margaritas, and they make it. Yeah, I think I got like a strawberry or raspberry margarita or something. Whatever. It was so good. I wanted a couple more, but I was like, this is a work event. I can't be getting crazy. Can't be getting
slammered.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to, okay, you're listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. I keep forgetting, like, we're doing a show here. Again, the number to the studio is 781-837-4900 if you want to join in our discussion, if you have any questions, if you just want to talk to us and say hi. It is a beautiful day out, so hopefully somebody's listening to us.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, so what were we talking about?
We're talking about pricing and then bidding wars.
Yeah.
Personally, not a fan of the bidding war. I know everybody. We don't.
Are people fans of bidding wars?
I think.
Who would be a fan? Yeah,
sellers
a seller
would
be a fan.
They want to hear that their house is in demand. There is no inventory on the market. I want to get a bidding war.
Yeah, just so you know, like any house would be in demand right now. So like,
because
just put it on the market.
Exactly. I say that to people all the time. I'm like, well, if you want to get the most money for your house, now is the time to put your house on the market because inventory is still low and nice houses are hard to come by. So, but the other problem is, and then you go to your seller, you try to set expectations to be, you cannot count on getting a bidding war. You can't because, you see your house in a different light, and you see as your house is your house. You've lived there for 30 years. Yeah. It's, you've taken care of it. You've maintained it. This is your pride and joy is your home. Yeah. And it's really hard to go in and tell somebody that the price that you have in your head is not the price where you need to be. And we try to do it so that we try to price accurately. So when somebody walks in the house, you should be looking. Let's just use $799. The house should look like a $799,000 home. Yeah. And if that's the case, then yes, you will probably get a bidding war. But you have to be realistic to what the numbers are and what has sold in the past 6 months.
Yeah. So interesting that you say that because the condo that I did look at this week, the seller works from home. So I made my appointment for after 5 o'clock just to be courteous of them working. And the agent did let me know. She was like, hey, I just want to let you know that the seller reached out to me and said, like, it's not in tip-top shape. Like, it's sort of messy. I mean, it's sort of messy. Like, just please, like, and I'm like, she said to her, it's an agent looking for herself. I'm sure she's seen worse. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. And I got there and I was like, this is probably cleaner than what I would have it as. So
I love those buyers. You come in and there's still like track marks on the ground from the vacuum that they just vacuumed. Yeah. I had one recently.
I want to be like, it wouldn't look like this if I lived here.
It was neat as if every time we walked in there, I'm like, oh my God, this poor woman, how is she keeping it up? It was meticulously kept. So, but I mean, so getting back to that is like, yes, it needs to be shown, but also like there are people who are going to respect the fact that people still live there, And I tell myself, somebody told me this way back when I first started, I don't expect you to live like this. Yeah. Like everybody has things in their house. There's a jacket out, there's a dog leash out of the way or on the counter. I mean, we don't expect you to live like that. Yeah. But while you're showing your home and while you're trying to sell it, you want to put the best possible light on it. Yeah. So, you really do have to keep it neat.
Well, speaking of lights, the seller put when I got there, all the lights were on, all the closet doors were open. Like, so they knew
the drill.
They knew what to do. They knew the drill, everything.
They had the drill down.
And me being me, like I shut all the lights off when I left because like I don't. It's like a thing in my head.
It's a thing in my head. Yeah.
Especially like with open houses. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I leave a closet light on? Oh my gosh.
I went back 2 weeks ago. I left the house. I had shown a house in Hanover. I was on my way back and I thought to myself, dang, I don't know whether I locked that back door after we went out the back door. Did we relock it? Yeah. I went back to the house to make sure that
when I used to do open houses over at Copperwood, sometimes I'd be there both Saturday and Sunday or every weekend or whatever. And I remember, like, it's new construction, like, nobody's living there, and I remember being like, oh my gosh, did I lock the back slider door in the basement? And I would go back. I would drive all the way back.
Yep.
But I'm crazy anyways. I mean, everybody knows that. I'm crazy. But I'll make sure that every door is locked, every window is locked, everything.
We had that experience down the Cape recently where we had that house in Sandwich.
Yeah.
And we had it under agreement.
Yeah.
And when somebody had broken into the house, cut the copper pipe out of the house, and flooded the basement.
Yeah.
We were like days away from closing. And so you do kind of have to be cognizant of the fact that the doors do need to be locked because people will go in and try to take stuff out, especially copper.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people who think I'm crazy, Mary and Sam, I mean, everyone knows I live with them right now while I'm trying to find a house. I'm nuts. Like, they'll lock the door, put the alarm on, everything, and they'll start to walk away, and they'll see me come out, and they're like, Melissa, everything's locked. And now they don't even say it because they're like, they know that I'm going to check anyways. Yeah. And sometimes the slider isn't. And I put that down. Or sometimes the deadbolt is locked, but not the handle. Yeah. And I say, look, we would have all been robbed if I didn't do that.
Robbed. The copper would be gone out of our house. We'd be.
But I do it I do it every night. I do it so often that Zoe sometimes will walk with me and just be like,
let's check it out.
Now we got the front door, we got the slider, we got the back door.
Make sure everybody,
make sure everybody is accounted for. All the doors are locked.
That was an adventure. That one. Oh my God, 4 feet of water in the basement.
Yeah,
halfway up it was just a disaster.
That's like something out of Home Alone.
Yes,
the wet bandits.
The wet bandits.
The wet bandits.
Oh, that was a project. That one.
So everyone lock your doors.
Lock your doors.
We don't live in a society anymore where you can just like leave your doors open and go on vacation for a week.
No.
Yeah. Every time someone tells me like,
media, telling people
every time I'm like, like stopping by someone's house, or whatever, and they're not home, and they're just like, the door's open, just like what? And I'm like, what?
Ooh, what?
Don't
leave your doors open.
But you're at work. Why is your door open? What do you mean? What do you mean your door's unlocked?
We can be a little like that.
No.
Yeah. In our little tight neighborhood, everybody kind of has access.
No.
So you can always let the dog out if we get, held up or something. Or
put a code on your door.
We have a code.
Put a lockbox. Put a lockbox somewhere. You're a realtor. Put a lockbox.
Kind of true. Didn't really think about that, but I guess
put a lockbox somewhere.
Yeah. We all have keys. Yeah, we not good at that.
That was like at our house because one time I got locked out. This is before I moved in or whatever, but I was looking in all of the obvious places, so like in the grill and everything, looking for the key because I'm outside locked out with Dexter. Mary and Sam are away at a wedding. Holly was away at a wedding. And I'm like, how do I get back into this place? I'm like, do I break the window? I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you not have a key anywhere? And then afterwards, after it was all said and done, I was in the house. I'm like, there's 3 realtors here. How do you not have a lockbox? How do you not have a key somewhere? So now we have a lockbox somewhere on the house. It
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I'm like, there's 3 realtors that live here. No one should be locked out. We know how to get into houses.
We can get into houses.
Why is there not a lockbox on this house?
Really makes sense.
So now there is.
You have to do that.
Yeah.
It's really not a bad idea.
Come on. Give your closest pals the code. Teach them all. We'll do a class. Teach everybody how to get into a lockbox. Because the lockbox that I experienced this week was like, I was like, wait a minute. I put in the combination, but there was like no like lever thing, and I was like, okay, well, does the genie just come out? Like, what's happening here? Yeah, the whole thing has to come off. So now there's a whole new.
Yeah. One of my biggest fears.
And then I just
like
took it, and I was like, huh? Oh yeah.
Still is one from when I first
Sometimes I videotape myself. Making sure that it's locked.
Yep. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's still to this day. I remember showing like my first couple of homes, and I would have to. I'd have all the codes written in my phone, in my notes section of my phone, and I would have the code. And every time that box opens, a sigh of relief comes out of my mouth, like because I've had a couple that are like a combination letter thing, where you got to do it like a school locker, so you got to go forward,
ours is letters,
past, and go back, and then go forward, those,
Well, that's how I have a PO box in Bryantville, and that's what you had combination letters. So that's like, so I can remember, like, I know how to do those if I come across them in the wild.
Yep.
But this one was new. I was like, wait a minute, like the whole entire thing comes off because I did the code thing and I was like, wait a minute, like there was no like lever that you usually have like next to the combination. And I was like, how do I get in?
You just opened, right?
And then and then I had to grab the whole thing and pull it off.
Yeah.
And I was like,
very strange. That's
gonna have to do a whole new class.
Yeah, lock boxes.
Anyways, that was a rant about lock boxes.
But they are kind of nice. Like we had a client recently that bought a house and they're redoing, as a family, they're redoing it.
Yeah.
So Jim said we should get them a lockbox as a gift to put on the door because they're all going to be coming and going at different times and contractors are going to be there.
That's a great idea.
I said that's a really great idea. Yeah. Lockbox for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
so that way everybody has access whenever they have time to be there to do something.
The other option is like we have at the office is we have the combination code right on the door. So like we don't use keys. We have a combination and then we have an alarm system.
Yeah. Which works great.
Yeah. Works for me. I like it. I like to drop in every once in a while and be like, what's happening? The alarm went off. But yeah. Okay. So moving on from that.
Moving on from the
Moving on
lockbox.
from that. So do we have anything else that we want to say about pricing? Unleashing the bidding war,
Listen to your agent.
Yeah.
You really, as a seller, I think it's important to take your agents. This is what they do. They're going to go back. They're going to look at 6 months worth of comps. They're going to find a house that is similar to yours or has similar attributes to yours or location-wise, size-wise. I mean, it really is a colonial for a colonial, a cape for a cape because they're two completely different types of houses. So, and we're using the high-end, it's not a lot of inventory out there, so a lot of houses have gone over ask. So I think it's important that you just, take into consideration there is a method here that works.
Yes. I have a couple open houses to sort of talk about, but I want to give you a couple minutes to sort of, do you have any buyers that are looking for anything? Do you have anything coming on the market soon? Anything that you want to get out there to our listeners before we switch gears?
We have buyers who are looking in and pretty much anywhere here in the South Shore, something in the $550 range, preferably 2 baths, 3 bedrooms. And that's a real tough one to come by because everybody's looking for
Everybody's
that.
looking
I
for
always
that.
feel like when you put that
Everybody
out there,
but me.
it's like everybody's looking for something in that price range.
Yeah.
We still have 2 absolutely beautiful new construction homes. One is located, and they are up, and they are framed in, and the roofs are getting started. On Ferry Street, 719 Ferry Street in Marshfield. Beautiful home, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, great landscaping. It's got stone walls, a whole house generator, all hardwood floors throughout. It's a beautiful, beautiful home.
Someone just called the other day. I gave you your phone number.
Yep. We talked to her.
Yeah.
Yep. We talked to her. Beautiful. It's
great.
just spectacular.
Yeah.
It's like a modern farmhouse. It has the blackout windows. It has the white siding. It has a really nice front
Is that the
porch.
one that I passed? It wasn't up yet, but is that the one that I passed when I was going to your open house in Hummerock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I remember
it's up
coming
now.
around the bend and being like, oh, there's a Boston Connect sign. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
There's
I
a
think
house.
am I on Ferry Street?
This is.
Where am I?
This is the Grady team's house.
This is the Grady team.
Beautiful home, really. And now it's really come along, so you can really take a ride by, take a look at it. If you're interested in sitting down with the builder, he would love to sit and chat with you. It's K&G Development, Bob Goslin, wonderful builder, hundreds of homes on the South Shore. He's just that good. He's just great.
You've been working with him for a while.
Yes. And we also have another one in Hanson on Roller Coaster Road. Who doesn't want to live on Roller Coaster Road?
Ooh, everyone puts their hands up.
Everybody goes, woo. Roller Coaster Road, a really beautiful home. That one is also framed. It's coming along really quickly.
You're
now.
the new construction queen.
Oh, we're trying. Both houses are lovely. 120 Roller Coaster Road. It's a very quiet side street. I know that you get down the road and it becomes like a little gravel, but it's very quiet down there, and it's a great location for people with kids. 120 Roller Coaster Road, same thing, same builder, K&G Development. If you're interested, we can sit down, chat about it. It's no commitment. We'd love to talk you through it, walk you through it. Still plenty to be picked out on both of those listings. Countertops, floor colors, cabinets, still plenty. So plenty of time to get in the game. So check them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking at him right now.
Yep.
Really cool. Sue Bollinger, I saw her this morning. She was getting her balloons. She's a full-time realtor here at Boston Connect Real Estate. She has a new listing. It is, where are my glasses?
Square,
on
right?
my face. 535. It is 24 Barker Square in Pembroke. It's on for 535. She's doing an open house today from 10 to 12. Is she doing one tomorrow? Yes. house from 12 to 2. So again, it's 24 Barker Square, Unit 24 in Pembroke.
Those are pretty units.
Yeah, well, this looks nice. Yeah. It's on for $535. Again, she's doing an open house today, 10 to 12, tomorrow, 12 to 2. I am hosting an open house tomorrow. I am hoping it's 25 Ledgewood Drive in Duxbury. It's on for 1.1.
It's a beautiful home.
It is a beautiful home. It's a great location. It's a beautiful home. It's in a cul-de-sac. I'm doing the open house there 10 to 12 tomorrow, so Sunday. Again, it is 25 Ledgewood Drive in Duxbury. Just come on in.
Come in and check it out.
Yeah, come in and check it out. It's very nicely done in the inside. It's got great views. Yeah. Of the water. It's just great. I like it.
It's a lovely home.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I love the pictures. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, maybe you should come and visit me before Levitate tomorrow.
Maybe I'll come visit you before Levitate tomorrow.
Yeah, before Levitate. Again, I'm there from 10 to 12 tomorrow, 25 Ledgewood Drive. Cochise Estates, again, every single weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3. They also do commuter open houses there in West Bridgewater from 5 to 7 every Wednesday. You can find all of that information and the contact information for all the listing agents on bostonconnect.com, 781-826-8000. Any final thoughts before we do our little outro here? What's going on?
Thoughts. Let's. Do you want to keep it real estate, or are we going to talk?
It doesn't matter. You can talk about healthcare. You can. Oh yeah, your movie. Oh yeah, this is the whole reason why we're doing this show. And now you're just bringing it up in the last 3 minutes.
I know. Sorry, I'm going to get to the end of this one. Airport the movie.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Oh my goodness, hilarious after you watch Airplane, the parody of the movie. So the Airport movie was done in the 70s. And then there's Airport 75, and then there's Airport 77, which I watched all three of them.
Okay.
And then you can see where the writers for the Airplane movie, the funny Airplane movie with the autopilot whose name is Otto. And you haven't seen Airplane?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I just said that. I said it to you 3 times today.
I can't believe that you have not seen the Airplane movie. I can understand the Airport movie.
I've never seen Airport or Airplane.
Do yourselves a favor. Watch the Airport movie. It is hilarious, especially if you enjoy the Airplane movie. You can see where they got every single thing. I was laughing hysterically at the Airport movie. Yeah. And that's it's like a serious.
Oh, really?
It's like a disaster.
Serious movie.
It's a disaster
laughing.
movie where, they're flying to Rome and somebody has a bomb on the plane. And then, gosh. But I'm telling you, it's probably one of the funniest things I ever, after watching Airport 75, 77, we rewatched Airplane, and I was hilarious. It was hysterical. It was so funny. So do yourself a favor. There's 3 movies you can watch.
Yeah.
Because it is... Yep. You can see where the writers of Airplane got all of their comedy, which was not comedy at the time. It was a serious
Well, is it like those movies that are like, oh my gosh,
it's kind of like The Inferno or The Earthquake.
Yeah.
They were like disaster movies.
Okay.
They're like kind of chintzy disaster movies.
This is our outro music. Tracy, give your contact information one more time to our listeners so they can get in touch with you.
Tracy Grady with the Grady team, 617-620-8484, or you can get in touch with Jim at 617-842-4019. We would love to talk to you about selling, buying, either. Happy to help.
Yes. Again, you can go to bostonconnect.com, find all of our contact information there. You can go to talkrealestateroundtable.com to listen to any of our past shows, or just type in Talk Real Estate Roundtable into your podcast app. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks so much, Tim, for joining us.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're going to miss you next weekend.
I know. You're in good hands, though.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exciting. Turning left.
And don't crash.
Don't crash. That's my car.
Sounds like a cat. Jeez.
I know. I'm more into cats than cars. Like I said, I don't know anything about
very
cars.
good.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
To live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this.
WATD FM Marshfield, WBMS Brockton.